Well, folks, we are leaving the campground, headed to Huckleberry Knob for a little hike. We got up pretty early and thought we'd maybe get up for a sunrise, but it was raining. It was kind of a slow sprinkle, so we figured that probably wasn't a good idea. And it's about a half an hour's ride from the campground to this hiking trail. I'm told it's about a 2.5–3 mile round trip. We'll check that with the GPS when we get there, but it's a bald mountain hike, so it's got 360-degree views, so that's where we're going. So sit back and enjoy the ride, and we should be there in just like a second. Boom. So we are at Huckleberry trailhead. You can go to Huckleberry Knob, and it's a nice trailhead. It's quite a ways off the road. As you can see, here's a driveway up to this parking area, which has just 4, maybe 5 slots. But it's a major road going up to the top. No hardness getting to that trail. Well, that was a lucky catch. We started out on the trail, and because it's been raining a little bit, we decided we changed hiking boots rather than just regular running shoes, sneakers. And we keep the car key in this side pocket on the pack. And when we reached back around to get the car key, it was hanging out this hole. and I just kind of touched it and it fell in my hand. So my car key could have been anywhere on this trail. And so having to change shoes was my guardian angel's way of making me determine where that car key was and fixing it so I don't lose it. I gotta believe I got a guardian angel. I don't have all this fun in life without him, or her, or whatever it is. Alright, well, this looks like an easy trail, but it's uphill, and we're huffing with probably a 45-pound pack. This is a lot heavier than I imagined. This is a fairly big pack. It's really not a day pack, but I like it because I can put a lot of fluffy stuff in it and keep it in there forever. I keep towels, bathing suits, water shoes, all sorts of things in there. But so I like it, and I always use it. And it's a very comfortable system with the chest strap and the belt and all that. But when you fill it full of stuff, I got the drone in here. If we're up here alone, we'll fly the drone. But it still makes hiking a little harder. And this guy, he's been up chasing sticks and wrestling with logs and all sorts of things all morning, so I don't know if he's going to make it, but I think we brought enough water for him. It's just about 8 o'clock, and we are on the road. So let me get my hiking legs under me so I'm not huffing and puffing, and we'll be back if something interesting comes up. This trail on both sides is nothing but raspberry bushes, and they look fairly fruitful. I would imagine this would be a good place to find a bear. Now, thankfully, I have my Wonder Dog, who would probably meet me at the car if we saw a bear. But boy, you know, you can make a meal out of all these raspberries. Look at all these raspberries. It looks, and look at the trail through there. It could be a bear trail. I think we're on the false top. Because I think that's probably the hill we're supposed to be on, way over there. Because that's way up in the air. And that's a bald top too. So, yep. We had to follow across the field there. That's somebody's hayfield, obviously. And the trail kind of comes out the other side. So, we're headed back up to the other hill. And I'm glad I changed shoes because that grass is wet. My hiking boots are pretty damp, but not on the inside. They're pretty waterproof. They're old though. I really need to look at new ones. But they work. I believe these are cardinal flowers. Very, very pretty. Oh, he's up for breakfast. Pretty. Well, we made it to the bald, but now I'm wondering if the top is that stick way up there. Could be. So we got a bit of a hike left. The pack seems to have gotten lighter though. I hope I haven't dropped anything. I'm not going to care until I go down. Buffalo clover. Fairly prevalent. It's pretty though. Well, we have reached the top. Looks like a nice camping spot. Somebody's been camping here. I can zoom you out a little. What an awesome view. Unfortunately, you're looking into the sun. Sorry about that. New camera, no dirt on the lens. That must be Tennessee over there. North Carolina in the sun. I think that's the other bald way over there. Hopper's bald. You're thinking of climbing to that. Well, this here little bush and this cross is the grave of Andy Sherman. It says December 11th, 1899, a bitter cold day with snow and fog. Andy Sherman and Paul O'Neill, lumberjacks from Mill Hall, Pennsylvania, employed by the Hentz Lumber Company, the month of Sycamore Creek, at the mouth of Sycamore Creek on the Tellico River, bound for Robinsonville. September 6, 1900, Forrest Denton, who was deer hunting with others, found the two bodies half-mile from this spot in a small stream, unnamed but now known as Dead Man's Run. Apparently, the two men missed the trail down Hooper's Ridge between Hooper Bald and Horse Pen Gap. Several jugs contaminated whiskey were found nearby. The sheriff and coroner were summoned. Inquest was held. The jury findings that the men froze to death while lost and intoxicated. The jury directed that the O'Neill skeleton be given to Dr. Robert L. Onan as a medical exhibit, and that the remains of Andrew Sherman, badly mangled by wild animals, be buried here in this grave. Placed and maintained by the Snowbird Lodge. Pretty cool. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed that hike. It was a fun hike. It was a nice, easy trail. Nice, according to my GPS, it was only a mile up and a mile back, I guess. So it was fun. It's a nice grassy trail. I hope you enjoyed it. It's enjoyed the drone. If you like the drone pictures, please give me a thumbs up. It's my third drone, and that particular drone cost me $2,000. So I hope you like it. If you don't, I may not carry it anymore. All right, well, we'll see you on the next adventure. All right, follow me along. This is the Hooperbald access parking lot. There are a lot of trails that go off of this, and this has its own kind of sightseeing thing. Hooperbald. But this has some nice picnic areas. Talks about wild boar in the area. Hooperbald Trailhead, Hooperbald that way. King Meadows Trail that way, which is right there. It's not much of a trail at the moment. You have to chop your way through that, I think. We decided to turn around and not go to Hooperbald, and the trail was getting thinner and thinner. Here's the mystery of the grassy balds. And it says here that in the 1800s, the early settlers grazed their livestock on these field-like openings where the animals thrived in an environment of cool temperatures and fewer insects. Annual fires may have been set to keep these balds open. But the Cherokee legend says that Oolga, a giant green-winged hornet-like monster, swooped through the woods and carried off young children. After much anguish, the village warriors went to the tops of the mountains to track the beast and prayed for assistance from the Great Spirit. The Great Spirit obliged with a bolt of lightning that split open the mountain where Oolga lived. The warriors then slew the beast. The Great Spirit was so pleased with the Cherokees' resourcefulness and courage that he rewarded them by keeping the tops of the highest mountains forever destitute of trees so they